Ever dreamt a tattooed carnival lady throws pillows at you? Ever dreamt a robot uses his chains to bring you closer to him? Ever dreamt a 6-year-old with anger issues slams you at a wall? This and more in today's Ability Draft. Hello everybody, it is a game of Alternus Eternus, but it is Ability Draft. With 6 new heroes, that means 24 new abilities are in the game. Well, you know, 20 are in the game because the silver abilities are all mess to work with, so we kinda skipped her for the ability draft, but we gave these teams the ability to just pick their own abilities, design their own heroes, if you will. The way that it works is pretty simple. We gave both teams a spreadsheet consisting of 30 abilities, 10 ults, and 10 heroes, and told them to make a team. And boy oh boy did they make a team. We see some of the new heroes in Celeste, and Celeste and Apollo. We see some of the old ones. We see good old Wraith and good old Kelvin. We're gonna have to see some fantastic builds here. We'll start talking about why each hero has went for each specific choice. And we're gonna start with this Wraith. This Wraith has gone for cards. This Wraith has gone for deadheads. And this Wraith has gone for the very fantastic Graves gun. Now, I do need to explain something about the Graves gun. It doesn't work the way you think it works. So, if they do in the max ult, she doesn't get like 2 guns out of it or something. It's broken. But she does get that 1 and that 2, and that means that the Wraith going one-on-one with you is incredibly freaking dangerous. Anyhow, let us go and check what the Mole Man is doing. The Mole Man has gone for Pain Battery, which makes sense. Aura of Suffering, he has gone for Bloodletting, and he has gone for an Abrams ult. I mean, like, again, this is really fantastic stuff. Mo does have one of the highest HP pools in the whole game, so Pain Battery on him is fantastic. And, of course, Aura of Suffering, when you have that much health, that's like a long-running score, and especially if you have some sort of lifesteal. See how that one works out. Bloodletting is also a fantastic ability just to delay these 1v1s. It's gonna be a Mo that comes online a lot faster than a normal Mo, which needs like the Scorn and the Max Burrow and whatever the hell else. Anyhow, let us go to the Bebop. Bebop does have, is that the, I think that's the Venator bomb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Venator bomb. He does have Siphon Life, and he does have Hook. Bebop Hook is very good on Bebop, and he does have that Billy Chain. I actually really like this. So he can press Siphon Life, hook someone in, and then Billy Chain them while he Siphon Lifes them, and of course give him that anti-heal with his bomb. I really like the concept of this stuff. We tried to avoid a couple of the common things that people do in ability drafts, so this is like the third quote-unquote season of us running ability draft, so we've seen what heroes play. We tried to avoid the Yamato Calico ult thingy where people would go for 50 billion charge abilities with Yamato and Calico ult just so they could redo them again, because that gets boring after a while. We want to see the new stuff, the cool stuff. And we're gonna go right to Celeste, one of the new heroes in the Amber team. She has gone for Rem Pillow. She has gone for, is that Lash's, yeah, that's Groundstorm, right?
Stomp.
Yes, and she has gone for, oh my god, she has also gone for Apollo Sigil, which means that she has like infinite vertical mobility. This is what Lash deserves to be. All I'm saying. And of course, given that she has so much vertical mobility, getting that Storm Cloud is so freaking valuable because you can just get up in a good position very, very quickly. Makes sense. Celeste's abilities make a lot of sense with her. Anyhow, let us go and see the next one. It is Talon. Talon has gone for McGinnis Turret. He has gone for Sanguine Retreat. He has gone for a Stand and Fight or Defend and Fight or whatever it's called. Basically the page Shield and Talon ult. So like a hyper mobile support type character that can drop McGinnis Turrets everywhere. McGinnis Turrets can be very dangerous if you know, you don't kill them. So and I mean, if you're just like waltzing around dropping turrets, maybe that's how it works. We're gonna have to see if this character is any good or not, but I do like the concept. We're gonna talk about Punch Rem soon, guys. We're gonna talk about Punch Rem soon. We have one more character to cover, and that is Billy. Billy has gone for Shotgun and Riposte, and I've been told that there's a very cool combo with Riposte and Shotgun where you can Riposte someone and then Shotgun them for a very extended stun, and he has Puddle Punches. And he also has Apollo's ult, just to wrap things up. That Apollo ult is incredible. Did that Rem just disappear? Did that Rem? Oh, no, he's fine, he's fine. It looked like he disappeared, didn't it, Chess?
Yeah, it did totally. It looked like he fell through the map, but I wonder if he fell too low and he came back up.
Yeah. Anyhow, very funny stuff. But yeah, that Apollo ult, just to wrap everything up, he's an incredible force. He's gonna do so much stun and so much curse. He's gonna be their util character. But they need to go to the Rem, because the Rem is not just any Rem, it is Punch Rem. He does have Abrams Charge, he does have Bash Down, he does have Sleep Dagger. I think this build is insane. He does have nap time to wrap everything up. I mean, this Rem is gonna be so annoying to deal with, because I mean, like, one of the nice things about Punch characters is that, you know, they're just, you know, very big usually, and very easy to, like, detect and parry as a way to counter them. With a small rep, you're just gonna be punching so much. I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna love this so freaking hard. Anyhow, let's go to the next
poetic.
Character. Oh,
yeah, there's something poetic about him using Bash Down against Billy right there.
I mean, like, he stole their abilities. This is a bad nightmare for Billy. Like, this little Labubu stole his abilities, stole his everything. It's just so freaking sad. But yeah, I mean, let's take a look at... who do you want? Who do you want? Kelvin?
Let's go Kelvin, yeah.
Let's go Kelvin. Kelvin has gone for Scorn and Infernal Resilience, so he's gonna have a shit ton of health. And other than a shit ton of health, he has gone for that Apollo mobility skill, the Flawless Advance, and he does have Graves ult, so he's gonna be like their macro tanky type hero of sorts. He's gonna be very hard to pin down, and we can already see with his build, he's gone for Healing Booster and Spirit Shielding. Like, he's gonna be so hard to pin down. But I mean, that's why you can attack the other character, and that is the Venator. We'll talk about the Venator soon enough. Let's see this Kelvin. Is he gonna be able to do anything here? That Wraith is so freaking low. Are you gonna be able to wrap it up? That's the problem with this sort of Kelvin build. It's gonna be difficult. That Scorn is a very short range ability. The Kelvin does have a very good early game gun that can stand on its own, but boy oh boy are you losing to the 2v2 here. Very sad stuff. Anyhow, let's talk about this Warden. This Warden does have Page's Burn Book. Arguably Page's weakest ability, but I mean, it's gonna be really fun if you have those traps on the ground, because then you can just burn while they're caught in the trap. And he has McGinnis Wall. He is Wall King Supreme. I am so sad he hasn't gone for Paradox Wall, you know. I think it was available to him. Regardless, his ult is that Viscous ult? What ult is that?
That's Dynamo.
Oh, that's Dynamo ult. So he has Dynamo ult and 2 walls? Oh my god, he's gonna be like the most cancer player to play against. Rip other team. Anyhow, let's go to the Drifter. The Drifter has, what does he have? So he has Rem's, is that a Helpers? What is that? I can't even see his ability. He has Splatter, right?
Support Drifter. Yes. So we got Splatter, and then we tag along from Rem's 2 ability. Rejuvenating Aura, which is also Dynamo's 3. So that's kind of coincidental. And then his ult is just Page's Horses.
Interesting. I do really want to see what tag-along looks like for this Drifter. I've not seen a Drifter tag-along yet. I think it's going to be really fun. Do they get a mini Rem, or do they get like a mini Drifter? If they get a mini Drifter, it would be the most hilarious thing ever. Let's see. Let's keep an eye out. Let's see if he needs to do a tag-along here. A very low character here. And they get a small Rem. They don't get a strong Drifter.
And he has Rejuve Aura, so he's right next to him. So this tank, Kevin, is already going to heal so much. Kills that Celeste right there. Hopefully they pull this Bebop as well, though. Not sure how much damage they're gonna do, as support in a hard tank isn't really gonna do much.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be a big problem. But they get the parry, and that's gonna be a death. Very well done. But, yeah. Oh, in the meantime, he is getting hunted here. Deadheads come in, and that's gonna be enough to get 1 pick. Is that gonna be enough to get 2 picks? No,
no. It looks like a trade there from Kelvin and Wraith. Yeah. Venator kind of came in and cleaned it up. So let's take a look at his abilities.
Yes, so he does have Afterburn. Afterburn really valuable in a fast fire rate character like him. He's going to be able to get it much faster than Infernus would normally. He has Outclass just to slow people down. And he does have that isolation, that Drifter isolation, which is going to be so valuable. And I do really love the combination of Afterburn with Victor ult, because it means that he can die. He can let the Afterburn do like 1,000 more damage, and by the time he's up, he can just wrap up whoever is left and get the fuck out. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really, really cool. But yeah, the mod was done. So this mod is an old Artemon mod. We've done this so many times at this point. Jonesy was the one who managed the organization for this one. And I think we can start talking about the actual game in front of us. We've been talking so much about the abilities. I am solo casting today. Chess is going to help me a little bit. He's observing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic game of Deadlock. I think it's going to be...
Apollo.
Oh, did we not talk about Apollo? Oh my god, let's talk a little bit about Apollo. Yeah.
What?
We don't talk about Apollo. No. Anyhow, let's not get copyright stricken by Disney. He does have so much splash damage. He does have Celestis 3, and he does have that Dynamo 1. So he's going to be able to do so much work. And he has Bebop bombs on top of that. So he does get a lot of damage amp. And he gets like so much freeze. I love this Apollo build. And just to make everything work, he has Affliction. So yeah, this guy is going to be crappy 1v1s, but boy oh boy, when the 66s start, he's going to be the most annoying person to deal with. But yeah, putting a couple of charged abilities together, just so you can get bombs, so you can get rapid recharge on all of them. Very common technique. I'm surprised to not see him have a third charge ability, just for that explicit purpose. But Bomb is still Bomb. Bomb is still good. He has 27 stacks, which is, you know, not horrible, not bad. So we're gonna have to see, yeah, like basically getting that sort of amp, getting a little bit of all this. Oh, is he gonna die to Deadhead? He's not gonna die to Deadhead. Yeah, Apollo, like always with these sort of lobbies, we do see like one character who does an outsized influence just because of, you know, some weird stuff. Last time it was the McGinnis, the classic McGinnis with Afterbird, Love Bites, and Fixation, which completely dominated her lobby. We have an incredibly fun short. I'll put it in the comments for people who haven't seen it. I really do like that short. But, yeah, I mean, it's always incredible to see how these Eternuses thing, especially given the very limited pool of resources. But yeah, I mean, this Apollo is completely wrecking. The person playing the Apollo is Liz. Liz is the Apollo from our very recent video of the 6 old heroes versus 6 new heroes. We got some of the top players in NA to play, and Liz was one of them. He represented Apollo in that video. You should go and check that out too. But yeah, Liz is coming back with a vengeance, and he is so freaking dominating this lobby. But yeah, he's gonna... But that is Walter dying. This big fight under Walker here, I don't think that's very, very smart. Billy is dead, and wait, this might actually be really, really smart. They do have Wave now, and they just keep killing these people over and over again. This Drifter with his freaking assist is proving to be an incredible helper. Wait, they do not have Wave. They keep losing and missing Wave. That might be their one saving grace. But yeah, I mean, they're going under Walker here. This is so freaking bold. I don't think you're allowed to do that. You are dead Labubu if you try doing that. But yeah. But other people who are dominating in Lobo is the Maurice. The Maurice. Oh, never mind. Gets parried there. Liz is dead, however. But yeah, let's switch to the Maurice and see what he's doing that's special. He's getting that tower. Maurice doesn't have a very good gun, but he does have a lot of HP. At minute 13, Maurice has 2,700 HP with just his 4.8k boost. He doesn't even have an Infuser, which is probably going to be his next buy. He's playing a weird Victor, quote unquote. But this Victor does have Bloodletting, which is going to help him so freaking much. That's like 30% more HP on top of what you already have. And he's going to have that ult to just be able to go right into the middle of the enemy formation and a lot of farm. In the meantime, this Celeste, who is suffering the most? I mean, the person suffering the most seems to be the Bebop. And the Bebop is played by Walter, one of the E6 players in his lobby. We do have 5 E6 players right now. Oh, Aphelion does get picked right here. Very, very sad. But yeah. Bebop is struggling a little bit. Let's see what this Bebop is building. But yeah, Bebop is going for some sort of spirit heavy build. I mean, of course, I think this sort of thing builds a lot better into the end game. Can you imagine dragging 2 or 3 people into your siphon? That is like the real power here. Kelvin is right here. And he's getting all those flawless advances. Just doing so much damage on this Walker. He has so many stacks. And now with all of that Spirit Amp, it's not going to be enough. He does get dragged right straight into the Walker. That's going to be massive, but that's not going to be enough to save the Bebop. The Celeste is coming in. She is wondering how the hell is this guy doing more damage than I do. And, ooh, nice. I mean, the Kelvin's still living with his Scorn. He's doing a fantastic job. But yeah, between that Storm Cloud and that and that Talon ult, it's not going to be enough for him to survive. One of the most difficult things about casting this sort of game is that you're like, oh, it's the Abrams ult, and then, sorry, well, it's like, oh, it's the Apollo ult, but it's not on Apollo, it's on some other character. Anyhow, this punch Rem is going right in. He's going to try and get those people on the ground. That's almost as valuable as a knockdown. He does have those charges. He does have those sleep daggers. It's going to be so valuable. But, I mean, he gets caught out of position here. Is there going to be enough damage? It almost seemed like there would be. Rem is disgusting, apparently. A curse does get picked here. The urn has been secured. And I mean, that's going to be very dangerous. A 10k soul lead, however, for Team Sapphire, mainly because of the power of that Apollo. But, yeah. Big pick coming here. Gets the parry here. Very, very obvious heavy melee. And I mean, this Kelvin is just ruining the day of the enemy team. He's doing so much damage with his gun. 21 bullets a shot with not a single gun investment. That's always valuable. Gets the ult here on that Warden. This is always going to be a very big problem because you're like, oh, the Dynamo ult comes from the Dynamo. So you have to like mentally get ready to just not be near the Warden. But yeah, that's going to be 3 walkers picked. Team Sapphire is completely dominating the lobby so far. But their soul lead, it is in those walkers. The soul lead isn't... Like, if the Amber team just manages to get all the walkers of the enemy team, they're going to be able to very quickly come back. And that takes one team fight. That takes one team fight. The urn is going to be so valuable at 2 minutes. The Celeste here, however, with her massive fury, is trying to be the Lash, but she can never be the Lash because the only person who can be the Lash is the Lash. Because, you know why, Chess? The Lash doesn't do what the Lash does for Lash. The Lash does what the Lash does because Lash is Lash. Does that make sense to you, Chess? Rem is doing punches the old-fashioned way. He doesn't have his helpers, and he just wants to steal those. But are you going to be able to 2v1 here? He gets a sleep dagger, and he has 2 sleep-based abilities. That's very fitting for Rem. Is he going to be able to sleep one of them? Okay, he does. He gets a punch here. Not going to be enough to do a lot of damage. He is going to try back. He does still have access to the Rem tunnels. I think that if he can get a quick Rem tunnel, that would be great. But he is in active combat right now. I don't think he's allowed to do that. 3 people chasing him, and he does get puddle punched right out of that elevator. Doesn't get a parry in time, and that's going to be one hell of a pick for Rem. We just see an Apollo coming in. This Apollo is going to try and salvage the situation here. He did get an affliction. He does have those damage amps. And is he going to be able to do enough damage to kill that Celeste? I do not know. It is. It is. Freaking hell. Apollo literally dominating the lobby. 21k. Same as the Venator right now. But the score is only 8k behind. I mean, with 3 walkers down, you want a much bigger soul difference. You want to seal the deal. Okay. Their Team Amber, however, is getting their farm invaded very, very often. People are just so afraid of attacking them, and it doesn't surprise me. They're gonna need so much anti-heal. The Talon does try to steal that gun. It does not work. He is... Yeah, Team Amber is just not doing very well positionally now. Now the big question is going to be that urn. That urn right now should be a normal urn, not a comeback urn. Team Sapphire might want to grab that and force that to be the team fight. They do have those walkers. They do have good waves. But instead, they are looking for that Celeste. That Celeste is being chased by that Rem. Is there going to be enough damage? Nope. Sleep Dagger misses. Green Guardian has been destroyed. Well, it doesn't matter at this point in the game. Losing Guardians in 20 minutes. That's a success. That's not a failure whatsoever. Now, can we see some attempt here to grab this urn? I'm so surprised. I would think that urn would be prior target. Instead, they're doing these weird death fights. Bebop is trying to kill that Venator. That Venator does get revived. The Afterburn and the Toxic Bullet doing God's work here. That Bebop is at 150 HP, and he does manage to escape. In the meantime, is there going to be another pick after that Celeste is dead? No. Uses the Puddle Punch just to get as back as possible. And the wall isolation here. This Mo does not have a burrow. He cannot run away from the power of this Kelvin. He has to use his ult. He has to use his ult. He has to use it fast if you want to run away. Yeah, now that the Rem is here, it might be a little bit too late. Actually, no. Works out very well. And Team Amber is doing a counterattack. The Rem is trying to get a big sleep. But yeah, he manages to skip right there. The Scorned are suffering so much value. But the pain battery is not activated and you are dead. And in the meantime, that Drifter is sleeping alongside everyone. This is the most peaceful Drifter in existence. He just heals his friends. He's not a serial killer. What a Chad Drifter. It's It's proving to be a very dangerous game. Billy is here. He's doing that riposte knockdowns things I was talking about. But he doesn't feel like he has enough damage. However, this Wraith is coming in. There's so much damage between the dead heads. And that's going to be one hell of a dead Venator. And, wait, she gets immediately counterpicked right after that. Very well done. Team Sapphire just everywhere. But so far, only 9k soul difference. The teams seem pretty balanced. Their choices have mattered a lot. And Liz has done mid. Liz has done mid. Can we go and look at mid quickly? Dynamo comes in. Is that going to be enough to fully secure mid? And yes, yes it is. The Dynamo seals the deal. And that's 3 rejuves for Team Sapphire. Anyhow, this Kelvin is now doing the earn. It is going to be a very easy earn for Team Sapphire to do. They are a player up right now. They have those rejuves. The usual fight that you want when you have a rejuve is that earn. You do not want to fight next to the walkers. Those have a very big defense advantage. You do not want to fight at base. That usually means that they can quickly go back and heal. You want to fight at earn. They have no advantages there. And they usually are not even going to be able to contest it. Apollo is looking for something here. But yeah, just the turret gets dropped. Small little turret. He's gonna die to a bomb, and Earn gets secured. This Rem is in here in enemy territory. He's trying to look for something here, trying to push the waves. The Bebop is a little bit out of position. If you can get a nice pick on him, that would be fantastic. He does have all the melee items. He does not manage to get a sleep dagger there, and I don't know. I don't know that you're allowed to go this deep. You did not get your pick. Billy's coming in. And maybe this Labubu is caught a little bit out of position. He is very small, though. Oh, he does not manage to hide in time. He uses his rush down, trying to get out of there. His team is there, too. Apollo and all those splash damage abilities are going to be so valuable if they decide to stay there. Bomb gets planted. And, yeah, they might want to back a little bit. They do have that Radiant regen. Drifter ult has been activated. Who had Drifter ult? I always forget. But, I mean, very, very chaotic. Bomb is being deployed into that Venator. Is he gonna go in? No, he's not gonna go in. He's trying to look for maximizing stacks. He is out of those Celeste 3s. Gets a very nice wall here on that Mo. And I mean, that Mo is so isolated. That's probably gonna be a kill. Celeste is dead. Mo is dead. I think Team Sapphire is allowed to advance into the enemy base. Rejuve is not activated yet because Shocking Reanimation takes priority. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a wave, though. They might need one of those waves really soon. Kelvin is grabbing it. But yeah, with 2 picks, I think you are allowed to march in. I think you're allowed to even go and look for shrines. Is this Rem going to be able to wrap up one more hero? Yes, it is. But Rem does get grabbed inside the base. And that's 1 death. That is 2 deaths. What is Team Sapphire doing? Team Sapphire, very anxious to try and wrap up this game, is suddenly blundering some of their players. Their Labubu is so important. And gets a massive hook. That is such a fantastic hook. And that's going to lead to an
support warden, too.
Yeah, the support warden. And he gets killed. What a turnaround. The shrines have not been damaged. Yes, some guardians have been lost. But that is 3 massive picks and rejuve. Apollo is being chased to the end of the earth by the Celeste Lash. And the Celeste backs out. She doesn't have a lot of abilities left. Talon. Are you going to be able to wrap something up here? Drifter is a little bit exposed. No owl on the Talon, so we should like just see if we can get more picks. And yeah, the Drifter ult comes in, and that is a dead Billy. Very, very sad. Is that going to be enough to revive the push? I don't know. Team Sapphire seems very confident that yes, even 3 players down, they feel that they can just push against the 5 players in Team Amber. The Team Amber does have 1 player on that earn, but it is the 3v4 still. They're going in. Apollo is very low right now. He could be wrapped up. Dead hands come all over, and that is 1 Apollo down. Is there going to be a 2nd player down? It's so chaotic. I cannot understand what the hell is going on, but that is 1 Kelvin dead. That is 1 earn secured, and suddenly the soul difference, which looks so dire, which looks so drastic, has completely turned in the favor of Team Amber. Well, not favor. It's 8k, but still, you know, we'll take it.
Celeste is going to go on Apollo here. Going to do his full ability combo.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go for a pick of some sort. You have 3v2 here. You could do something, but that Celeste is just very freaking low. I don't know if she's allowed to do these sort of slams. She doesn't have the flog that Lash would have, as recovery. She's going to need a whole bunch of life steal, which she does not have right now. The ult, however, the big 7 ult does a whole bunch of damage. Is it going to be enough to do a turnaround here? 2 deaths, 3 deaths versus 2 deaths right now, but the Kelvin dies too. And this Wraith is certainly dominating the game. She does have her cards, a traditional Wraith tool, but those deadheads are so distracting when someone with a DPS of Wraith is looking straight at you. A REM sleep is coming in. Is there going to be enough here? No, not at all. Wait, as I say that, 1 stun, and suddenly this Reb is the king of punching. He destroys them. 4 deaths for Amber, 3 deaths for Sapphire. Is it going to be enough to push base? Mid in 3 seconds. Maybe the target is mid after all. Well, they want to get the bridge buffs first, I would presume. No, they're just forgetting about the bridge buffs. Screw the bridge buffs, we're just going straight for mid. I don't know if that's correct. I think the bridge buffs always have a shit ton of value. But I guess the 15 seconds was just so freaking scary. They're doing a lot of damage to it. Is there going to be a contest? We have to look at this Talon. He does have his ult. That's going to be very valuable, but no curse trap. He's putting McGinnis turrets. He's trying to get something going. Is there going to be a contest? Yes, no, maybe so. He goes for it! And he gets buried. Oh, no. They still managed to get one of them. He does use a Sanguine Retreat, but that's not going to be enough to make sure that he survives. The ult is available. The turrets have been placed on the ground, but, like, what are you going to do? He shields himself. Immediately dies. Team Sapphire is dominating this game. And, I mean, they're looking for more picks. Looking for more picks. Bebop has been isolated. The McGinnis wall. Incredible ability on any character not called McGinnis. But yeah, with 3 picks, 3 picks as the Wraith is about to pop up, I think that you're allowed to do shrines very safely here. 2 rejuves still left. 20k soul difference. They're wrapping up the Guardians and the shrines. Starting to get one more pick. That Mo is a little bit out of position. He does have a lot of health though, but that's not going to be enough to defend him. Celeste is here. Is she going to be able to do much? No, especially with those Graves Golems here. I think you are not allowed to just push here. The Shrine is just going to get destroyed. The Celeste, on the other hand, is trying to look for something somewhere. I see her pumping up the jam, pumping it up. But yeah, she immediately dies. There's just too much splash effects, too much stuff on the ground. Shrine number 1 dies. Shrine number 2 probably going to follow very quickly. Wraith is the only one left. Billy is back, though, and I mean, Billy can pull something off. His kit is fantastic, but I mean, this Apollo at 36k with all the splash damage abilities of the game, I don't know, dude. I don't know that you're able to support them, but they're afraid. They're not going towards the shrine. They're afraid that something might happen here. A lot of damage is being done out to that shrine, and a Bebop hook from outer space. Is that going to be enough to wrap something up? No, not at all. There's so many ults coming in. And the Dynamo ult goes through the base, goes through the window pane. That is the power of a black hole. But that's not going to be enough to kill a Bebop. The Bebop is still in base, getting those heal stacks. But yeah, Hidden King is almost dead. The Patron is going to be down. And I mean, I don't know. I think Team Sapphire is just allowed to stay. Mo is behind enemy alliance. He's trying to cut waves, I think. Maybe he thinks that that's going to be enough. But unfortunately not. Alright, Hidden King. Last stand, last HP bar. Is there going to be enough damage? Venator is here. His afterbirds are so valuable. He does have Ricochet. He does have Mercurial Magnum. Those are all abilities that you'll need. He's trying to isolate the Mo. The Mo is the tank after all. Gets 2 picks here. And I mean, I don't know. This Billy is going to die very shortly too. He does... Oh, wait. He gets a pick before he... No, he does not. That's not going to be enough damage. Celeste comes in, though, gets a massive slam. She does not have that ult. The only person with ult in the enemy team is that Wraith. And I mean, I don't know how valuable that ult is going to be. She is getting the picks, though. That's a Deadlock boo-boo. Does not matter. G, frickin' G. Congrats to Team Sapphire. If you like that ability patch, which I'm sure you did because you made it all the way to the end of the video, you're going to like and subscribe. And then you're going to check out the ability patch that we did a couple of months ago, back in October. And I think that was also an incredible game of Deadlock. Anyhow, like and subscribe. Have a good day, folks.